Welcome back to the Global Business Report here on Arise News. Let's talk networking now. We're going to do it at a federal level. So, as Nigeria and other emerging markets seek foreign direct investment, the topic of networking has popped up to describe various global forums. So, for instance, President Tinubu currently in the Netherlands, and then he heads to Saudi Arabia for the World Economic Forum special meeting. Now, Dr. Muda Yusuf, CEO of the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, he was on the show yesterday. He talked about the importance of networking for the nation.
Concerning the World Economic Forum, that's a very big platform. Yeah. Quite a number of world leaders will be there. And there's something also about networking in the diplomatic space. When you engage one-on-one with some of these leaders, there's a way it brings value, to your country. There's a way it also improves the brand, the visibility of the country. So some of these things have a lot of benefits.
All right, so we've talked about networking at the federal level. What about at the personal level? We have with us Oluwatoyin Asada. She's a partner at Sunesis DLP. She's written a book actually on networking, so that's the reason why we brought you in here, because you have an expertise on this matter. As far as you know what the job situation is like in Nigeria, can you speak to the importance of being able to build a solid network for individuals?
Yes. The importance of networking cannot be overemphasized. For everything you do, you need people. People are central to whatever it is that you're doing. As a business owner or even an employee, building a career, or even as a student, whatever it is that you're doing, you need people. People are central, like I keep saying. And there are so many benefits for networking. You're able to get mentors, you're able to get partners, collaborators, you're able to get job opportunities.
Aha.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, you're able to get job opportunities. And I would even encourage, if you're a student listening in, you start from when you're in school. There are a lot of opportunities and forums for you to network and meet, prospective employees. So showcase your skills to them. So it's now up to you to prepare yourself already. What's your social media looking like? Do you have articles, or do you have something that shows your credibility in the field in which you operate? So you need to prepare yourself beforehand and position yourself rightly when you go to the right places to meet the people that can take you to the next level that you want to get to.
So you've preempted my next question, and I like what you just said. So, showcase your credibility in the field in which you operate. We got a bunch of interns outside in the newsroom that I hope are watching this segment right now. And beyond interns, everybody else that's still in school. So what's that first step? What is that first step to get it started? For those in the newsroom listening now, where do they get? Yeah.
So the first step is just to prepare yourself. Do you have a complimentary card, even as a student?
Thank you. Can you say that again? Do you just people, professionals that need to have business?
Yes, from when you're a student. And the thing is, it's better when you start very young, because you begin to make all the mistakes and learn and keep getting better over time.
Right.
So even as a student, you have your complimentary card. Let it state what you do. Even as a student, your field, even your interests.
Yes.
Then let's have your necessary contact details. So even, like I said, on LinkedIn, do you have articles that relate to what you do? I'm a lawyer, so let's say let me talk to a law student. Right. That's my field.
Right.
Do you have articles that, on essays or on happenings in society that relate to your field?
You need to write.
You need to write.
Often.
Write articles,
yes.
Go for conferences, meet people. And when you go there, don't just go there alone. You have to pick up the courage and actually meet people, introduce yourself. You need to learn how to break the ice. You need to learn you need to master the art of networking by taking care of the inside. When I say the inside, deal with things like shyness, fear of rejection, imposter syndrome, because let's face it, Rotus, everybody deals with this. Right. No matter how great you are, do you deal with it?
I do. I mean, I get shy, I get nervous.
So when you realize that it happens to everybody, you calm down and work on yourself. So you can even affirm yourself. It doesn't matter how you feel. The psychologists have even done a research on this, and they call it CBT, that's cognitive behavioral therapy, which even when you don't feel like it, just keep telling yourself that you are worthy, that you have value, that you are good. Reflect on your past wins, reflect on the things you've done right, and that builds up your confidence. So even when you don't feel it, the more you say it to yourself, that's therapy, your body would respond, and you begin to truly believe it.
Excellent. Can you speak, we've just talked so much about technology on the show in the past few months now. You mentioned attending conferences. What's the impact of technology on networking? Because can you do it virtually, or are physical conferences and meeting people physically, is that still the queen or king of networking? Yes,
it goes hand in hand. No matter how virtual our world has become, you cannot displace the place of the physical connection that people have. We've spoken on the phone, but meeting today, it feels different.
Yeah.
So you need to also, you can start virtually. So you need to leverage all the opportunities on social media, email marketing, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever, to follow up with people that even the key figures that you admire but you don't get to meet in person. Right. You can start with that. But then from there you can get opportunities to meet them in person. They might have conferences that they are hosting or attending as speakers. They might, they might have forums, trainings, attend. They might have books, read their books. From that we are connecting with them. So when you even meet them, you are able to have a point of discussion or conversation with them. So be strategic about it. So the internet is a great tool, but don't end any opportunity to leverage the physical aspect, do it, because they go hand in hand. Right, so even if you start virtual, the physical will make it stronger. And even if you start physical, you are able to keep up, by going virtual. So they go hand in hand.
Sound like church, the spiritual and the physical. Okay. How do you measure that your networking is working? What is the metric that you say all these people I'm meeting and what I'm doing? How do you know it's getting somewhere?
Okay, so in my book, I mentioned the stages of networking. Yeah. So we have, the early stage when you're meeting in person, and then we have the keeping up stage, then the follow-up stage. The problem is a lot of people would leverage the starting point of just meeting people and they expect magic to happen. Right. They go home and sleep and expect, I don't know, for maybe looking for a chance, opportunity to meet again. But you need to be intentional about it. Right. And let me even define networking. Okay. Networking is a process, and I'm going to stress the key words there. It's a process of interacting with people with the intention of building mutually beneficial relationships. Gotcha. So those words, the process, it takes time. And the fact that it's an intention, you have to do it intentionally. And it's mutually beneficial. So I must stress here that networking is not a parasitic, you shouldn't network with a parasitic mindset.
Where you're only thinking of yourself.
Exactly. Right. So you should also seek to give value, seek to be of help. So it doesn't even matter how big the person might be, even if it's a popular figure, there's something of value you can bring to that person that would even make you valuable and useful because they don't know you. So what will make you stand out from the rest? Right. So seek to give, to be of value, seek to even be interested in that person. So it's mutually beneficial. Don't only seek for what you can get, and then it's a relationship. So it's not just a one way, do this for me or I do this for you. Build a rapport. Get to know them personally. They are human beings too. Yeah. Get to know what makes them tick. When you go to a conference, try to get interested in them. Ask questions that just make people relax. So it doesn't have to always be serious. From then, people trust you. Don't forget that people like to meet people or do business with people that they like. Right. That's just the truth. So human beings, we need to connect. Yeah. So you don't just come and give all your English and your grammar and you go. Build a rapport, and that's very helpful.
This has been a great conversation. Oluwatoyin Asada, partner at Sunesis DLP. Thank you so much for the in-depth discussion on networking. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.